What's up, dudes? This is Captain Gimpy coming at you with another Cinehorde review. Today's movie is The Wife. Now, do me a favor, right? Imagine you're someone who's absolutely in love with the written word. Literature has captivated you your entire life. What do? You want to pass on that love of literature to other people. You become a teacher. You become a professor. And in service of helping you pass on that love of literature, you're given a healthy dose of personal charisma. You're inspiring. You teach people about writing, but you keep your own writing very closely guarded. And you're captivated by a talented young writer of the opposite sex in this case, but it could be the same. And before you know it, you've changed careers. You're now an author. You're married to the young woman who was once your student. And one day, you get a call early morning, sleeping next to your wife, saying, "You have been selected to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature." What goes through your mind? Are you happy? Are you gripped by fear? Are you angry? Are you a combination? Why? This is basically the plot of The Wife. The story centers around a person who's in this very same situation. He has a young son trying to make it as a writer. The son is angry as hell, and honestly, I don't blame him. Max Iron plays the kid. Jonathan Pryce plays the ex-literature professor, the literary evangelist, as I like to call him. And he is an angry dude, always tearing down his kid's writing, saying, "Oh, this could be better, that could be better, blah, 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 blah." The movie unfolds with two parallel storylines that soon have you envisioning a clear picture of why this man is so antagonistic to his son. Through these flashbacks, you find out that Glenn Close's character, she's the wife, was that talented literature student, and that she has, in essence, been heavily sculpting all of his material since he left the university. So, as he receives that call from the Nobel Committee, he is gripped with all kinds of anxiety. And that's why I love this movie, because it's so well portrayed. Like, everyone in this movie does such a good job. Well, with the exception of some minor characters, but they don't really matter because they're not on camera that long. If you pay attention to these four principal characters, Christian Slater, for example, plays a quasi-antagonist journalist who has figured out that the real mastermind behind all of these novels that have won all of this acclaim is actually the dude's wife. What kind of things would be going through your mind if you were that journalist? You would be chasing that stuff like it was a dog, like you were a dog with a bone that could run faster than you. I mean, that's what you'd be doing. And what it made me think about is the feelings behind imposter syndrome. Like, when you accomplish something, people praise you for it, and despite evidence to the contrary, you don't feel like you deserve a thing, right? In this case, we have what would happen if our minds were actually in that position, if we were actually in the position of not deserving whatever we got, right? We get to see that on screen, and I think that's valuable, especially played so convincingly, because all too often, really talented people think that they're not talented. And it got me thinking about the Dunning-Kruger effect, where an incompetent person will, at something, will overestimate their ability to do it, and someone who is highly proficient will often underestimate their ability to perform a given task. And I think that because most of us feel like this author who has literally depended on his wife for his career, but in reality, we're something a little bit more like the wife. someone who is capable, but who doesn't have the confidence to step out of her husband's shadow, right? Except both of these dynamics are at play in our own minds. And that's why I love this movie so much. Um, it made me just want to make a video reminding people that, your mind is probably kind of wrong. And if you, and I understand, like, for example, I know people who used to do a specific thing before technology has changed, and they're really nervous about doing that same thing again. Dudes, it's just skill acquisition. You're good. So, whatever you want to do, whether it's becoming a writer, becoming an actor, um, whether you want to learn accounting, computer programming, web development, video production, doesn't matter. It's all skills. It's all stuff you can learn. And with the right amount of patience with yourself, you probably got some talent at it, especially if you're being pulled in a direction and that pull is strong. Just keep with it, man. Otherwise, spoiler alert, uh, um, you're not gonna be where you want to be, and there might be somebody. Well, no, you know what? At the end of the movie, spoiler alert, the dude dies, and his wife is left wondering, why didn't I go for it? So whatever it is you want to do, all I can tell you is that this movie is a signpost telling you that you are not like that guy, and you can do it. If you find this movie on Redbox or you find it on Amazon Prime Video or whatever, I definitely recommend it. It's really good. I'll see you guys at the movies.